Notifications have been sent.
Do you think anyone will actually notice that we're late today, though?
Maybe one or two people. Doug Halfpenny for one. Synthetications have been noted. Do you smell something, Doug?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and
Katanga!
Yes, indeed. Hello, Society 11. It is Friday already. It's almost taken me by surprise, but it is Friday.
It did take us by surprise.
Did a bit. That's why we're late. Actually, we both had very busy. Well, in my case, night that led to a delayed morning that led to. We've both been busy, and
Yes.
we got to live, getting ready to do the live, and realised we hadn't even scheduled it. So, and then StreamYard won't let you schedule. You've got to do it in advance. So we were too fine to do that. So we had to
at least 10 minutes. So yes, it is. It is what it is. But you still get to see our lovely, lovely faces.
Well, you get to see one lovely face over with Kurt there, and I'm here as well. So let's say hello to some lovely people. We've got lots of people saying things. Doug Halfpenny's here, Stephen Brocklehurst is here, J Dog is in the house, Rob, Steve Meller, Mike H,
Mr. Meller.
And I'm guessing Rob going downstream yard as Facebook user there. So anyway, welcome everybody. It's good to have you here. It's good that it's Friday, I think.
Tony Rogers on the south coast of the UK.
Very nice. It's a bit probably wet and dreary there.
Or England,
as we call it. Yeah. I hope the weather's better than it is here, wherever you. Actually, today's all right. It's dry, but it's just overcast and rubbish.
It's almost like my humor.
Yeah, it's just like one of those meh days. Anyway, so what has been going on in the magical world of internet marketing, Society 11, and all things like that?
Well,
we got to mention Lewis Turner. Oh no, we can't. No, we can't talk about Lewis yet. We're still in Moneymakers Group.
Oh, well, then we'll share something with Moneymakers, and it's something that I came across last night. And what I came across last night was a piece of advertisement, and it really made me laugh. And what I did is I commented on it. So let me share here real quick. Share screen. Do. Okay. So I'll make my screen bigger. Boom. So this little product, it's like a plastic tube with a little bit of neoprene on the outside, and there's like a channel in the center for your spine to go across it, and they call it Chirp. And it's supposed to help, pop your back, this, that, and the other. the sound of back pain relief. And that's the reason why they have the microphone out there, so they could catch it popping. So you could hear it popping, back popping relief. But they're calling it chirp. Has anyone ever popped their back to where it sounded like a chirp?
Yeah. Oh, it just chirped me back.
That's right. I never hear that. I've heard I popped my back, I cracked my back, but I've never, ever, ever heard of chirp.
But they can't sell. They couldn't have sold a product if they called it crack. That would have
But
caused
but
too much confusion with the already booming drug industry.
but that's where I claim to differ just a little bit, because let me see if I could just copy image address and do this, make life a little bit easier, and then ooh, yes, I can scroll. Ooh, I can make it bigger too. So my thing is I still think that they misnamed the product, and I think it really should have been called crack. People will love crack. They'll come back for more crack. The sound of crack will drive them to do it more. Others hearing about crack will want it as well. Once they try crack, they'll be hooked. They'll keep rolling around on crack. And the name of chirp, come on. And my personal thing is fly away, little birdie, because chirp means diddly squat whenever it comes to your back. It's they totally missed the frickin' name. Chirp, chirp. They could have called it chump. Probably would have done a better job. Oh,
I like some of the comments. Brilliant.
there you
Um,
go. Cracker. There you go. And had Uncle Cracker promote it. There you go. Perfect, Gene.
I think
You
they should have just called it crack, just because there would one day be a news article about the poor person that was innocent, got questioned by the police, and his alibi was, "But I was at home doing crack."
right. But the thing of it is it doesn't matter. And we have got a great spokesperson right here who says crack is whack. You know, I'm sorry for everyone who loves Whitney Houston. My apologies. But I don't know. Just just I think this was a marketing miss on the name.
I don't know that it was, and I think time will tell because I don't think you could have called it crack. But I agree that Chirp is an interesting brand name for the product. Also, let's face it, when you boil it down, what are they selling? Piece of tube.
Yeah, it's a plastic tube,
It's a bit of tube.
and
You know,
what they're
Pe-
selling.
all they're doing is doing what people have been doing using anything they can find around the house, the end, or a rolled up tower, and they're just turning it into a product. It'll be interesting. I mean, if they sell a load of them, then I mean, I don't know how much is it? Do we know? I bet there's a hell of a profit in
Uh,
that.
GoChirp.com is their website. So let me take a look here. Du-du-du-du-du-du. I really hate these. No thanks. Uh,
What?
they have a whole pack of them.
Okay. Well, but the basic model is $30.
Right, but that's only a
The
4-inch wheel. I'm a big guy. I would squish that in a heartbeat.
they're just wheels and
And look what they're
tubes.
having everyone else test is the big one. They're not having them test. Even what they're demonstrating is the big one. It's a piece of PVC plastic.
I like that Jerome's got looks like a tire rim with a tire. Yeah,
Yes,
that's basically
yeah.
what it is.
Featured in Huffington Post, Feel Good Women's Magazine, and probably Formula One racing. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. But yes, as someone rightly pointed out, they are getting me to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Probably
they are.
not
Look,
how they want me to talk about it.
probably not because we are looking at it from a. But you know what? What are the takeaway marketing lessons from this? Your idea doesn't have to be great. It just has to be sellable, and you have to be able to convince people it's great. And you won't convince everybody.
Right. The amount of time it takes to create your product can be usually in just a short amount of time. It's the marketing that goes behind it.
I knew there was a reason we let the moneymakers stick around sometimes. Hi, Chris. Good to see you, by the way.
That's right. Oh, but now that Chris has been featured, you know what time it is? No, not yet. Because I'm I've got one more thing I'm going to talk about before the moneymakers go away.
Okay.
July 5th. July 5th, July 5th, July 5th. Put it on your calendars, 9 a.m. What you're going to do is you're going to go over to your computer system. You're going to have your credit card in hand. You're going to go over to wphorde.com, press enter, scroll down to the bottom, go to the checkout form, and purchase your plan for WP Horde because you're going to need it for your business.
Now the moneymakers have gone. I thought, let's leave them on your pitch. You're going to need it for your business. Fine.
Oh, but just FYI, I actually started this process right when we went live. So we've been live for 12, little over 12 minutes, and it's at 84% of almost 150 blogs. So that's not bad. Not bad at all.
It is very, very good.
So, and the sales page is coming along. I've added a FAQ section down at the bottom because some people may ask, what if I need? There is going to be a 7-day free trial, just FYI. What's required? All the good stuff is going to be right here. How do I contact support, downgrade or
Oh,
upgrade my package? All
it would
this.
help if we were sharing your screen still.
You know, see, that's the problem. I've been working on this for like a week straight, and my mind's gone stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been working on the sales page quite a bit. I don't want a gigantic, huge, long sales copy, but I definitely want sales copy that converts. So, and that's exactly what I'm working on at this point in time. And if you want to check it out, it's at wphorde.com. You can check it
Boom.
out and let me know what you think. Yes, I know the video is missing. This is an embedded checkout form from Gumroad. I kind of like it.
They are starting to look better, even with their choice of.
Well, it's
They, they
because of
have
my
they have
choice of.
toned they have toned down some of that. I mean, their homepage is still ghastly, but
Oh yes, yes. But for embedding, it's not bad at all. So, and if you wanted to know what the pricing was for WP Horde, there you go. Now you know what the pricing. And then people inside of Society 11, guess what? You're going to get a special deal because you always do. Because hey, it's you.
okay. Let's talk about our lovely Society 11 member and friend and creator of the Turner Funnel,
Yes.
Lewis Turner.
Love it.
Um, Lewis
I
is.
wish he could have joined us. Lewis
I
is
was hoping
great.
you'd be here. If you're here, Lewis, let us know. But if not,
That's right.
we'll catch up with you later. Just to say, if you haven't seen Lewis's post in Society 11 about the stuff that he is doing, it was made a few days ago. The stuff that he's starting to do with TikTok, and now we could get into what we're not going to discuss today is the whole in too much. We will touch on it. Is the whole TikTok security? Forget all that for a moment. TikTok, regardless of its faults, still has a humongous audience. It's probably a bigger audience and more easily accessible than Facebook is right now
Right.
for anyone just starting up. Um, and but anyway, the point was let's not get into that because I'm not a TikTok marketing expert. Lewis is going hammer and tongs and working out and testing what works, what doesn't, and doing the thing that Lewis does very, very well. Um, I just highly recommend. that you take a look at the video that Lewis did, um, and let it inspire you and where you're going. Not necessarily to do TikTok, but there's a lot of other stuff that gets drawn out of that. The reason TikTok, or part no no, no okay, that's part of the reason TikTok is doing well, because we all know the main reason is it's kids doing silly dances and sharing it and laughing, and that's great. But TikTok as a thing, the biggest draw of it is the videos are short. People love watching video, they love getting entertained, they love learning information. They don't want to spend hours doing it.
That's right. Pretty much it.
And if you go and have a look at some of the most successful courses and things being sold at the moment, they are not, and I'm not talking about on TikTok now, but just in general, they are no longer, and these products do have a place, but they are no longer the products that say, 4 hours of in-depth training. Because people are lazy and they don't want to do four. I mean, do they need to? Probably. Are they going to do it? No. But if you can present and inspire ideas like that, and then inside your members area, you can teach them how to do that stuff in you're not going to get it in 30 seconds, but do it in 5-10 minute chunk, 5 to 10 minute chunks. I was chatting to someone yesterday, and we reckon that currently the if you average out, and I know we can't always go on averages, but if you average out what's selling and what's doing really well at the moment, it would look, and I'm open for discussion on this, and I would love to get some feedback on what I'm feeling, but it would seem to me that at the moment, video courses where the total running time is between 30 and 60 minutes, and it's normally just broken down into sort of chunks. So 6 10-minute videos, for example, or sometimes even less than that. Some 6 5-minute videos. That's enough for a video course.
Right.
You don't have to go massively in depth. You don't have to go crazy. You need to get the information across. And if you look at the style and the way it's been done on TikTok, I think that's very adaptable into some other mediums. And that's really what my thoughts on that were. But above all, please check out Lewis's thing. It will inspire you in more ways than one, I think. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what else Lewis comes up with on TikTok. So thanks for sharing it with us in Society 11, Lewis Turner.
That's right. Oh man. So let me take a look here.
Just trying to think what else we had to talk about today.
Criminals. Anyway.
There you go. Good. Folker says he doesn't know where he's read it, but the attention span of a social media user is now less than the attention span of the famously quoted goldfish. Yeah, it's quick. You've got to grab the attention quick and get them in, and then you need to present to them something quick and hook them in. But then even beyond that, when you sell them a product, remember the kind of person you're selling to. Don't then try and sell them a masterclass that's going to last a whole day. They're not going to do it. But you tell them, hey, I've got a video course, you can get through it really quick, and it's like 6 5-minute videos, and it will teach you this, and this. Buy now. That's playing to the attention span and the thinking and whatever of those people.
That's right. A lot of people have hey, did you see the squirrel? That's their attention span.
There you go. Steve Mather sums it up also, though, with that.
Too long.
Too long.
Don't read. Don't read. You're actually
don't read
giving
or
them a
didn't
direction.
read.
Don't read.
Yeah.
Why? You're gonna find it boring.
It's just that's the assumption people make. Quite often, when you see a post that's really long and people post that and they go, "Oh, it's too long, I didn't read it," they don't mean they weren't interested. It just means, I haven't got the time to read that much.
Yeah, so. That's exactly right. So, FYI, I love Vulture. The reason being, you can upgrade and downgrade on the fly on your servers. So, as WP Horde's hosted on their servers, as it gets bigger, all I have to do is just change the plan. I don't have to move the software. The IP address stays the same. That's an amazing little thing that they have there. I love it. Just FYI, there goes my little flighty bird thought process for today.
Here's a
Vine did not fail. Vine was purchased and killed by Twitter. Just FYI. Vine was growing by leaps and bounds. Twitter bought them.
There was
And then,
outrage when Vine shut down as well from its user base. Whereas when
yep,
MySpace dwindled into nothing, no one gave a shit.
right.
It's like, but the thing is, it's like, why do any of these things go? There will always be fads. There will always be. Facebook had the hugest hold on the internet for the longest time. It now doesn't have that as much
No.
as it used to. Is the internet still predominantly controlled by two or three main companies, and is that potentially a problem? Yeah, maybe. But if you know the constraints you're working within, um, and TikTok, I think has been. I think TikTok's been a surprise because it shows that. I think it shows us a few things. It shows us how little of a shit the general public really give about their own security and privacy. Because let's face it, that got massive news and it's everywhere, and everyone knows that if you install TikTok, you're also installing spyware, keyloggers, various other things that all gets fed back to China. And it's not just logging you in the TikTok thing. It's anyway, allegedly. If people aren't worried about that, people will give up that for if the format is right, and people like the format of TikTok. So what do we learn from that? We learn that it's not just the platform they like; it's what it enables them to do and what it's doing, and it enables the general user, the viewer user of
Right.
TikTok, to get entertained and see a lot of information in a very short space of time. And I
Right.
think we have to remember that that's what people want these days. That they're we're living in a time where everything is more and more instant, and we're the slowest. We're the slowest point in that. We're the when you think about how quick AI and the internet can move and everything else, and then we're using the internet by typing in with our fingers. That's the slowest interface.
Well, and we are. You're right. We are the slowest portion of anything. And our attention spans are even worse. Our attention spans already on to the next click, onto the next click, onto the next click.
Hmm.
Or let me visualize that for you. That's what we're doing these days. We're not 78% of your web visitors to websites are on these things now. 78%. That's an insane number. So we have to have. Do you think the reason why? Well, let's put it in marketing perspective. Does longer copy sell?
Sometimes.
If it's a simple product, does longer copy sell that simple product? Or should it be shorter copy to address the attention span issue of the clickingitis that we all have?
There's a much deeper answer that we don't have time to go into today, but here's the shortened version of it. Um, when you are selling your product, you are catering for a larger range of audience. That's where that's so. If you think about where they come, say they're coming from TikTok, they're coming from here, they're coming from there. They land on your sales page. It is the end goal they're taken to. If you actually look at a lot of very successful products, they have more than one sales page. Look at what a lot of the vendors on ClickBank and things are doing, the ones that are doing really well. Go and look at their affiliate pages, and you will see that they give their affiliate the opportunity to drive the traffic to one of 3 or 4 sometimes sales pages. And those sales pages are a quick lead capture, we'll do the rest, you still get the commission.
Right.
They are, we'll present the offer in a short form, try and get a sign up, do it for now. And then they've got those that go straight to sales page. because some affiliates have that fear of, I don't want to dilute my list and give up my thing, but sometimes if those email campaigns are set up right, there's a good reason for the affiliate to do that. They're
Mhm.
still cookied, they're still everything else. Um, so you kind of need both, and this is why the hybrid sales page became so popular.
Right.
Um, Meaning headline, video that pretty much explains the whole offer, but in a fairly engaging and as short a way as possible. Buy button, key bullet points down the side about what your product's going to do for them for the scan readers, and then everything in longer text format that dug a little bit deeper for those people that just needed a push or whatever else. And then what happened was people that don't like video because they're viewing from work would just scan through the main copy, and that's why those hybrids became so popular. I still think that a lot of hybrid sales pages we see are still too long.
Right.
And I actually have changed. If you look at some of my more recent sales pages, really the only sales copy that's selling the product is in the top third of the page. After that, it's all stuff like I've got a money back guarantee. Um, this is some other thing you might be worried about. This is what will happen if you don't buy the product. And it's all just emotional wish wash,
Right.
because that's just to catch everyone else and to make that very few people get down there, and if they do, then that's what I need to be doing. Just try and get the further down the page they are, for me, the more closey I've got to get, and the more it's like it's almost like a people come in, they see the video, they start to read down, they make a buying decision, and I've got them. It's the rest of the page is for all the people that haven't made that decision yet, and that's when you start going through all the other cack. But for most people, they've bought by the buy button, which is about a third of the way down the page.
Right. Right.
But there's so much more split testing and things that we could. And I say we don't have time to get into that. That's a deep dive. But the short answer is, does long copy work? Sometimes. It
Some.
depends where in your funnel it is, who's been presented with it, what you've done with your audience so far, how warmed up they are, and 100,000,001 other things. And when we talk about split testing, please remember that when you split test a long form sales copy against a short form one and the short form one wins, it doesn't mean the long one is totally redundant. It may be that you need to take bits of that and put them in email sequences. It may be that you need to put them elsewhere to catch the stragglers. That's why we have funnels. That's why we have your funnel isn't just sales page, OTO page, checkout page, they're done.
Right.
Off that, they're getting dropped into an email sequence, and depending on which pages they hung around on and what they did and didn't like, you're going to segment. And segmenting is what? A form of live split testing. This person liked
Exactly what it
this,
is.
this person liked it this way, I'll send them down two different channels. And that's what that is, and that's a way more. That's really into proper funnel mechanics. Is what we're talking about there. What I like to call quantum funnel mechanics, because you start to realize that any one prospect can actually be in multiple places in your funnel simultaneously and at the same time, and it starts to get a little bit mind blowing, but it still works. Anyway, that's our live for today. We will be in the IM pub if you'd like to chat about this stuff further, and we could bring it all. Any of this we could bring up there. Um, Love to see you tonight, 9 p.m. London time. I will be on, I think, for at least a couple of hours tonight. I can't remember what else I've got to go to later on this evening. So I will see, we will see some of you there, hopefully, whereby.com/IM pub. Tell your friends, they don't have to be in Society 11 to come and join us. If you've got
That's right.
marketing buddies and you think, that would be great. Oh, Steve's not around today because that's the hospital again. I hope it all goes well, Steve. Much love to your dad. Um, so those that can, we will see there, and we'll see everybody else back here on Wednesday for midweek musings. And in the
And I will
meantime,
be
of
here.
course,
And I will be here.
you.
Even
Right.
if even though I'm in Colorado. I won't be physically here in this
Kurt is
house.
doing a long distance calling. So awesome. We will see you on Wednesday. And in the meantime, you need anything else, you know where to ask in the Society 11 group. Thanks so much for being here live. Thanks so much for being a member of Society 11. Love and appreciate you all, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.